You just got to give me a second here, and I'll be right back with you. But again, as I said, Ashburn already leading this one by a score of 1-0. And here we go. And I think we have video, and I think we're in a good spot now. Now down around behind the net. There's Donovan. Donovan sending it up, looking for Cal. Cal back to Morse. Morse back down to Cal. Cal tries to center. It's blocked away by the defense. Now down low, still working. Sent out, knocked down by Boltimo. Boltimo chasing for Ashburn, sending it up for Donovan. Donovan sends it back as he looks to regroup, and now down around behind the net. Behind the net, Morse. Morse looking up, trying to get up. He finds Rutherford. Rutherford looking, he dumps it in. It's tipped away by White. And now looking to center. Now out there, Rutherford with the shot, and he misses everything on a hard shot. Now back to the point, shot towards the net. Glove down by the netminder for the Caps Academy. And they will hold on, and we will get a face-off coming up to the left of the Caps Academy net. Again, everyone, I apologize for the delays with the video here. So as we work through some technical difficulty, we should be fine. Rutherford with that face-off win for Ashburn. Now looking to push it to the middle. Can't. Apostolescu keeps it on. He sends it all the way around, and he works his way around. Now leads. Trying to get by as Smith gets to it. Now trying to push it on. Rutherford pushes it up to Leeds down here, down low. Looking. Now it's pushed back and sent right back out. Leeds with it, and that is a hand pass as Leeds touched it, and then Bryce Rutherford picks it up. So we will get a face-off right there at center ice. We are down to 11:29 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn leading 1-0 on the early goal by Rutherford. Now Ryan in for the face-off. Ryan takes that face-off, locks it up, comes away with it. It's still locked up. Finally taken away by Schultz and pushed into the zone by the Caps Academy. Now looking down low, trying to work their way out. It gets out to center. Ryan will take it right here and push it up. He gets it up. He finds Casey Conchar. Casey's shot blocked that way by the defense of the Caps. Now looking out front, checked off the puck though is O'Neill, and it gets out. Now Revich sending across, looking, trying to send it up. He pushes it on, looking for Ryan. Now into the zone, and then right back out as Revich gets it. Revich gets it for Ashburn. Now sending it across. O'Neill dumping it in. Ryan going to go ahead and give chase. Now around behind the net, centering feed, looking for Conchar, but sticked away by the defense. Caps Academy just going to go ahead and ice that, get it down the ice as there was a lot of pressure starting, and we'll get a face-off here just to the left of the Caps Academy net. 10:34 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn up 1-0. Now in for the face-off. That was Murphy. He wins that face-off back. Wu with it now. Wu down low, giving chase, sent around by Caps Academy. Now out to center and back across to Boltima. Boltima sends it back out of the zone, and now Chase Rubenstein giving chase. Murphy giving chase. They're going to rim it around, and they get it out. Finding it out for Singenthaler. And now finally out, looks, finds Rubenstein. That pass was Morse, shot by Rubenstein, blocked away by the netminder, and now trying to kill their way out. Cannot. Wu holds it in along the boards, at least temporarily, and now back comes Caps Academy. Caps Academy working around, trying to get through. Can't. Boltima's going to go ahead and reset for Ashburn, and now sent up for Rubenstein. Rubenstein sends it in. It's taken by the defense and sent out of play by the Caps Academy defensemen, and that'll give us a face-off inside the Caps Academy zone. To the right, Leeds is in for this face-off. And now Caps Academy looking out, trying to get good, and it gets out to center. Working their way out. Here comes Van Benton. Van Benton sends it up for Leeds. Leeds dumps it in. Going to be chased down by Caps Academy. That's White. He turns it over. There's a shot by Cal, but couldn't get through. And now out front, Cal. Cal couldn't. Oh, and he lost the handle on it as the puck rolled on a wide open net right in front. Trying to keep it Donovan. Donovan trying to set it down low. Can't. Now set back looks across. Now sit down and around. Van Benton and Apostolescu playing catch with it in their own zone. Finally sent out. Leeds couldn't get to it, but it's picked up there by Cal. Cal to Leeds. Leeds comes in with a shot that's sticked away and pushed to the side by the netminder. Now back to the point for Apostolescu. It's tipped on, but it is held onto by the netminder for Caps Academy, and we will get a face-off coming up to the right, to the left of the Caps Academy net. Now Rutherford in for this face-off. Going up against White. Rutherford wins that one back. Wins it back for Rebic, and then Raderman and Rebic, neither one of them wanted the puck, and so they both backed off, and it's picked up by the Caps Academy, and they get it down low. Now Rutherford's with it. He's looking to send it up. He gets it up for O'Neill. O'Neill, partial break, trying to get around one, couldn't get around him, and McNally comes back with it. Now he comes back, shot towards the net, saved by Tommy DeVos. And another shot down low as they work their way around Rebic. Rebic sending it up for Raderman. Raderman trying to get to it, couldn't. That shot blocked away by Rutherford. Trying to send out, but that turned over right to the middle by Raderman. And a shot on, save. Big heads-up play there by DeVos to keep the puck. Now working up, trying to get out. And still can't get out of the zone as it's held in by Caps Academy. Now around behind the net, Rebic. Rebic trying to send it up, kept in by White. Raderman overskates the puck, and it's dumped right back deeper by the White team for Caps Academy. Now O'Neill trying to get it out of the zone. He finally does. He gets it down the ice. That's not going to be far enough for icing. Chase being given. O'Neill's got it. He gets it over. He finds Conchar. Conchar with a shot, looking to go between the legs. White blocks that one, but he's stuck. That bit him a little bit. That was a hard shot. Now O'Neill trying to get through, but it's picked up by the Caps Academy. Now McNally for Caps Academy, but he turns it over to O'Neill. O'Neill coming in. He floats one towards the net. It goes over the glove and just wide. And it's intercepted there by Murphy. Murphy in the far side corner. Now trying to get out. Not kept in. That is offside as Morse could not hold the line. And we will get a face-off just outside the Caps Academy end. 6:57 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn wearing their away reds, moving right to left across your radio dial or whatever device you are watching this on. Caps Academy moving left to right in their home whites. Now Ryan in for the faceoff. He wins that back for Morse. Now across for Bultima. Bultima dumps it in. He sends it around. Chase being given by Rubenstein. Rubenstein sends one towards the net, but no one in front. And it's easily sticked aside by the netminder off to the corner. Now behind the net. Conchar looking for something to do with the puck. He's waiting, shot towards the net. He looks, he tried to get Bultima cutting, but he couldn't quite get there. Now Rubenstein looking, and he peels away along the near side boards. Sends it back for Morse. Morse sends it down low for Ryan. Trying to get the shot off. Puck is loose. Puck is still loose and swept away by the defense. And now backside as they send it around and couldn't quite keep it in the zone was Morse. He stick checks it away from the Caps Academy player that was pushing it, and it is sent back into the Ashburn zone. Now picked up there by Ryan. Now towards the net, dangerously went on DeVos. Heads up play by him to keep his eye on that. Now Wu watching the player in the far side corner. He's taken down, and it looks like a penalty upcoming on. There's a now up to Rubenstein. And turned over. Rubenstein, he's got one with him. Tries to send it across. Looks for Wu. Wu with the shot. Wu was the one that was taken down. And finally, the Caps Academy touches the puck, and we will get a penalty to Caps Academy. Believe it's going to be 2 minutes. It'll probably be of the 2-minute variety, if I'm not mistaken. So 2 minutes on the penalty. The netminder that's in net for Caps Academy is Claude Engelkes. So he is the one that is in net. And by the way, that was a 2 of 10 variety, so they must have called it checking from behind. Now, that face-off taken, that's sent out, that's offsides at the line. The captain, or excuse me, Rebic tried to get that out, and it was just short, just came out of the zone as Caps Academy tried to hold the line. Now, Cal with the face-off, he wins it back, he sends it across for Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel to O'Neill, now up to Cal. Cal coming in across the line. Now, shot towards the net. That miss, it goes high and wide. Big, strong shot, but it's saved wide. Now Rebic holds the line, sends a shot towards the net. That's saved by the netminder. And now back to Rebic from O'Neill, back to O'Neill. O'Neill looking shot, save. Puck is loose behind the net. Now, back to the point. Defenders without a stick, and that is tipped on by the foot of the defender for them, which was McNally for the Caps Academy on that shot by Peter Rebic. But nonetheless, Engelkes holds on to it, and we will get a face-off coming up to his right. Now leads in for this face-off on the power play. He ties it up and then sends it back to Rebic. Rebic looking. He sends it down low for O'Neill. O'Neill sends it around behind. Now leads with it. Looks across for O'Neill. O'Neill shot towards the net, and that is right on and saved by the netminder. And we'll get a face-off coming up to the right again. 4:40 remaining here in the first period. 1:04 remaining on the power play for Ashburn. Rutherford in this face-off. Rutherford wins that face-off across, gets it to Donovan. Donovan sends it over to Morse. Morse back up top for Apostolescu. He takes a shot towards the net. That gets tipped and goes wide. That's recovered by Donovan. And Morse trying to keep it in. Now Ratterman in there. And Morse in along the near side boards. And trying to get out. It is finally sent out to center. Now looking across. Rutherford's coming in. Oh, they're saying offsides. It looked to me like Donovan got back, but the official said that he was offside. So we will do it again, but just outside the Caps Academy zone. Rutherford taking this face off. Rutherford wins this face off back. He sends it back for Apostolescu, who sends it over to Morse. Morse up to Donovan. Donovan trying to dump it in. It's in the zone. Now Rutherford comes away with it. He looks. He takes the shot, but his stick was lifted as he shot it, and he's taken down, but no calls. There's a legal defensive play. And now Ratterman looking up front. There's a shot by Donovan behind the net. Now looking out front, trying to get it to Rutherford that hops his stick, and back comes Caps Academy. Sending it in. Bartel giving chase for Caps Academy. Behind that, short side, saved by DeVos. Followed up there by Tien, but he is not able to get it past DeVos. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off coming up to the left of the Ashburn net. 3:42 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn up 1-0. I wish they were up 3-0. They're up 1-0. This face-off taken by Ryan. He wins that face-off back to Sterbutzel. Now across, trying to get up, looking his way out. Now out to center. Sent back in towards the net, and now Rebic gets to it. Rebic looking up, sending across, trying to find Sterbutzel, and he sends it up. It's tipped by a Caps Academy stick, so it goes down, but not icing as they regroup. Now sending it up Rubenstein. Rubenstein trying to get to it, but it's taken back by Segel, number 5, because I can't say that name. Now it goes to Caps Academy down low, blocked away by Rebic on the shot, short-sided shot, and it goes off at McNally as he tried to hold his own and out of play. So that faceoff will come up just outside the Ashburn zone. And Spagnoletti is the name of that one I couldn't say. It's Spagnoletti. So I got that now. All right, that faceoff by Murphy, taken by Caps Academy as they move it up, and that is offsides. It was offsides as Wu dumped that in, and Leeds just hadn't gotten back on sides. It was pretty close. Not nearly as close as the other one that they called offsides, but now Ryan with the faceoff. Ryan wins that one back. He gives it to Van Benton. Van Benton sending it up, finds Leeds. Leeds dumps it on farther into the zone. Now, to go. Sorry, that's Borgelt. Borgelt coming away with it now, and he gets it up for Bartle. Bartle trying to work his way into the zone. It's not able to as Van Benton tups that one up. It is tipped by Leeds as it goes in, so no icing. It's offside. It's onside at the line. Now turned over. Shot to the net by Wu. That goes wide. Van Benton gets to it. He sends it down low. Now looking into the corner, trying to get down low. Sent up. Van Benton trying to hold the line. Can't. But it comes out to center. He's being harassed there by Spangaletti and finally taken back by Apostolescu. Apostolescu was trying to hit Murphy, but it was turned over as it missed him, and now dumped right back in by Caps Academy. Now that's being sent around, held by Musante. Musante takes a shot towards the net. That's blocked down by by Spangaletti in front. Puck is now loose in front of the net. Another shot blocked away, and finally out to center it goes. Now Borgelt trying to get through. He's tipped off his stick and back up center. Here comes Cow. Cow working through. He comes on the backhand, sends it puck wide, and now Donovan giving chase. He's going to send it down low. He's trying to send it out. That's held in by. That was held in. Now comes that clearing attempt went right to Morse, but it went through his stick, so it's going all the way down to the other end of the ice, and they'll have to recover. Now sent up Mort. O'Neill can't get it past McNally. He dumps it right back in. Taken by Morse. Morse to O'Neill. O'Neill working his way through. Looking across. Tries to find Donovan. And Capstick just gets in the way. And now Morse with it. Morse up to O'Neill. O'Neill working wide. Trying to get through. He's bumped up off the play. He loses a stick in the process. Held in at the line by Morse and dumped down low. O'Neill's got a stick now, but he doesn't have the puck. Now Donovan with it. Donovan trying to set it down low, looking for O'Neill. O'Neill behind the net. Tried to center, but it was held up by a cap stick. And now back come the Caps Academy. That's McNulty. Now to Spangaletti. Spangaletti trying to work his way through. He's coming up the ice. He comes through, looking, trying to get a shot off. He does get a shot off. That goes on and held on to by DeVos, and we'll get a face-off coming up to his left with 20.4 seconds remaining here in the first period. Ashburn up 1-0. Rutherford in for this face-off now. That face-off won by Rutherford, but the puck is loose in the front and gets scrambled on, and DeVos holds on, and we'll get a face-off coming up to his right now. 15.6 seconds remaining here in the first period. Ashburn up 1-0. Rutherford in for the face-off. That one won by Caps Academy as it gets through. Now that's tipped on, tipped wide, and now Mr. Bustle just trying to waste time. We have 8 seconds remaining as Ratterman just gets it out of the zone, and that'll do it as Rutherford's giving chase, but it will be too late, and it's offsides anyway. And it's 0.3 seconds remaining, so they should just run the clock, but so Caps Academy wanted the intentional offsides, and they probably have a case that it should have been intentional offsides, as Rubenstein shot that knowing full well that Rutherford was not out of the zone, but I think he was just trying to get the shot on. But either way, after one period, Ashburn up 1-0. So sorry for the delays, folks, on the start. Had some issues connecting to the internet here, and I don't have enough service on there, so I had to get the Wi-Fi booster going. But I think we're in a good shape now. So we'll come back here for you with the second period in just a moment. So for everybody's education here, this is a big game because Cass Academy White is leading the division right now that Ashburn's playing in on 16U AA Nationals for CBHL. Top 4 teams from each side of the 16 AA divisions make the playoffs. So Ashburn is right now sitting in 6th, but with games in hand on everybody, as we kind of talked about yesterday. And so getting it down, a win here would be a big deal for Ashburn. So now working their way through, here comes Caps Academy. That is offsides, but they're saying put in offsides by Ashburn. And that's sent across by Rubenstein, but to no one there. Now Revich going to recover it. Serbutzel with it. He looks up, trying to find Rubenstein. Rubenstein gets to it, tries to get around one. Brought back in and knocked down at central by Dagler. Dagler sends it in for the Cavs Academy, and now Serbutzel. Serbutzel trying to get it up. That's intercepted. Now Rubenstein trying to get out. He dekes one, and now a 2-on-1 developing with Donovan and Rubenstein. Looking, coming, shot towards the net, saved, and now checked into the boards. Donovan, but he gets up and plays the puck back to Rubenstein. He couldn't handle it, gets it back to Cal, and now it sneaks out to center. Fred Benton checked up off the play as they work their way in. Now that's onside to the line. Polsky looking, trying to get it across, sends it just wide, and Apostolescu comes out with it for Ashburn. Now trying to get it up and out. Can't. Now Ratterman checked up off the play. Puck in at the lines as they work for it here. And now back is Van Benton to retrieve it for Ashburn. Now behind, sending it across, looking up for Leeds. Leeds looking for Rutherford. A little too far for him, but it does get out. Now Rutherford with it. He sends it up for Leeds. Leeds coming in. Shot towards the net. That goes wide. Now looking down low. Trying to clear the zone. They send it up high off the glass. That's going to get down. Not far enough for icing. And Voltima recovers for Ashburn. Now setting it up. Looking for Ratterman. Now down low. Trying to get it. Back comes Cavs Academy. That goes through the net. Another one towards the net. Blocked away out front by Voltima. Now Rutherford with it. Sending it up. Trying to get it out of the zone. And out by Ratterman now. McNally gets it for Cavs Academy. That was offsides. They didn't call that one. Leeds. I don't know who is. He was trying to get it to someone, and it is dumped in. Now it's recovered by Caps Academy as they work their way out. That comes through the middle, and that is onside at the line. McNally. He's got 42 with him. He takes a shot towards the net. Shot saved. DeVos, he'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off coming up to the right of the Ashburn net. And 42, that was TM with that shot for Caps Academy. Now, Ryan in for this face-off. He wins that face-off over to O'Neill. O'Neill just fighting his way out. The puck in his skates the entire way. Onside at the line. Tried to hit Conchar just too far. Now Conchar out front looked for Ryan, but it hit the stick and bounced over Ryan's stick. And it hit the defensive stick. And Tien's coming back for Caps Academy. Poke checked off his stick. Now out to Conchar. Gets it out to center. And back comes Spalletti. Spalletti sends it around behind the net as he works to try and get it off. Now down low, trying to get through. Now centered out front. It's loose. Now Conchar gives away with it. He looks, he sends it up, and he finds O'Neill. O'Neill with Ryan. Now working towards the net. O'Neill sends it back for Ryan. Ryan behind the net, back to O'Neill. Now to Conchar. Conchar with the shot. And that is saved by the netminder and dumped in. And that is icing as he tried to dump it in on net so they could get a change, but it missed everything, and that's icing. So Engelkest has had a great game so far. Only the one marker against him as he has faced a lot of rubber from Ashburn. So, and DeVos equal to the task so far up in the Ashburn net. Now behind the net, Rubenstein giving chase, taken up there by Caps Academy. Caps Academy trying to get out. Now working up and across. That's onside at the line. That's Dagler. Dagler centers it and couldn't get it on. Now Dagler comes back with it. I'm sorry, that's not Dagler. That's oh yeah, it is Dagler. He sends it towards the net. That's taken away, and back comes Wu, and Wu is tripped. He is tripped by Poliski, and Poliski is going to go to the box for 2 minutes for tripping. So Ashburn going back to the power play here. 12:49 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 1-0. Now Cowell's in for this faceoff. He's going up against Bartle. Faceoff won by Cowell. Now to Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel sends a shot that goes wide of the net. O'Neill chasing down for Ashburn. Now to Rebic. Rebic with the shot towards the net, and it gets sticked aside by the defense and wide of the net. And back comes Spagnoletti. Spagnoletti sends it. It goes too far. That's going to be icing. And it did not hit anybody's stick, so it is definitely icing. And that'll be a face-off coming up down to the right side of the Caps Academy net. This is the second period, so Ashburn on a short change is moving left to right across your device. And Caps Academy moving right to left. Caps Academy wins this face-off. Ashburn still on the power play. Now kept in by Sterbutzel. He sends it down low for Donovan. Donovan looking across, trying to get it across for O'Neill, but it's tipped up and bounces. He settles it down to Rebic, back to O'Neill. Shot towards the net and saved. Now picked up by Rebic. Rebic with a shot towards the net, and it goes just over the net. Now O'Neill working it in the corner. Now back to Rebic. Rebic, shot towards the net. That goes wide. It's loose out front. Donovan, another shot. That's blocked by the defense and picked up there by Caps Academy as they try to get back to it, but it's being held. Now Rebic with it again. Shot towards the net. That goes wide as it's saved by the netminder. Kept in by Rebic temporarily. Now Caps Academy going to send it all the way down. That's icing, and we will get a face-off back inside the Caps Academy zone. 11:36 remaining here in the second period. 47 seconds remaining on the power play for Ashburn. Lead's going to be in the face-off dot for this one. Face-off won by Ashburn. Rutherford pushes it back to Apostolescu. It's sent back out of the zone by, and now checked up off and turned over and a shot and a save. Sorry about the camera, guys. Now looking to get it out of the zone. Shot towards the net, short-handed, gloved down by DeVos. He sends it around. And now back comes, I don't know who that was. That was, that was Apostolescu sending it in. And now tripped up is Ratterman. No calls coming. They're letting a lot of stuff go here because they're down a man, I think. Now working their way through. And now Rutherford is going to get a roughing call. And I didn't see what happened in the corner, so either way. So minor to Rutherford for roughing, and we will be playing 4-on-4 for the next 9 seconds. Now, Ryan's in for the face-off. So we'll be playing 4-on-4 for the next 9 seconds, and then there will be abbreviated power play for Caps Academy. Sterbutzel sending it up, sends it out to Conchar. Conchar gets it out to center. Now forcing Tien back. Tien looking. They are now at full strength, so power play now started for Caps Academy. Musante with it. He looks across for Veneri. Veneri sends it up for Bartle. Bartle trying to get it through. Can't get it through one, but it is kept in by Spagnoletti. Now a shot towards the net and sent out by Ryan. But kept in by Musante. And now trying to send it up. Trying to get it out of the zone. Ryan not able to get it out. It's taken by Veneri. Veneri stripped him of it. And now that's blocked out front by Conchar. Conchar just going to send it down. He feathers it down. Not far enough for icing so they can get a change. So new pair of forwards out for Ashburn and Donovan and Cowell on this penalty kill. And now behind the net, Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel sends it out. That's going to go all the way down. That's going to be icing as it wasn't tipped. And we'll get a face-off to the left of the Ashburn net. 55 seconds remaining on the penalty to Rutherford. 9:53 remaining in the second period. Ashburn still leading this one 1-0. Now Powell in for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Cal. He gets it over for Strabutzel. Strabutzel sending it up and hits off everything. And somebody else that gets out the center. Bergelet, he gets to it. He sends it up looking for Burmeister in the corner. Now trying to find somebody to pass the puck to. Ashburn still working the penalty kill. Now out front, looking. Now taken by Burmeister back to Borlet. He can't get it out. Puck is still tied up there in front of the net. Can't get away with it. Finally coming across. That's Giorgiani with it, as he is now out after serving his 10-minute misconduct for the checking from behind call earlier on. There's a shot behind the net taken by Giorgiani, but it's saved. And now getting it out. Donovan gets it out to center. 5 seconds remaining on this penalty kill, and so that should do it. Now Donovan with it. Donovan behind the net, trying to get out, and he is being sent in. Now looking down low, trying to center for Rutherford, who is back on the ice now. Now coming down low, looking wide, and it is sent out. Now Van Benton going to chase it down. He sends it across for Rebic. Rebic looking up, trying to find Rutherford, but it's intercepted by Bourget. He takes a shot that goes off of Rebic, but goes right to Veneria's shot. It goes towards the net, and it's sticked aside by... So Rutherford hit with an elbow in the face, not going to get called. But now, here it comes. Coming to Ruben's side. He hits the shot. One shot. Saved. Puck is loose. Puck was loose. And the puck was loose. And they still blew it dead. So, unfortunate set of circumstances. Murphy with that faceoff. He wins it back over to Rubenstein. Now behind the net. Now Ratterman giving chase into the corner. He trips a man. No call coming. We got away with that one. Now Van Benton looking up, trying to set it up. Being intercepted, at least temporarily, by Degler, but is pushed on farther behind. Now Murphy, side of the net. Picked up behind the net by Caps Academy. Now working out of there is McNally. McNally sends it all the way down. That's icing, and we will get a face-off back inside the Ashburn zone. 7:47 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn still holding on to that 1-goal lead. Now face-off tied up there by Murphy, but taken away by Caps Academy, held in temporarily by Bultima. Bultima sends it up. It is sent down. Now Murphy with it. He dumps it back into the zone. And this ref seemed to think that they were offsides. They were not, but that is the call that she made, excuse me. So offsides is the call. Ryan with the faceoff. He comes in. That was not Wu. That was Leeds trying to get to it. So it's back out at center as they regroup. Now Conchar working his way in. That was probably more offsides than the last one, and they didn't call that one. Now Leeds into the corner, looking, sending it down low. Kept at the line by Morse. Now towards the net. Leeds couldn't get to it, but Morse keeps it in, and that pass is just sent wide as Conchar has it in the corner. Now looking behind that, Leeds tried to center it, but couldn't get it past the net. And now back, but Morse holds the line. Morse sends it towards the net. That's saved by the netminder, and finally sent all the way down. That's going to be icing, and face-off coming up back inside the Ashburn zone. 6:51 left here in the second period. I have not yet gotten an update on the score from our NFL games, but I'm going to check. Now that faceoff taken by Cal. He wins it back. Norris with the shot towards the net. That gets sticked aside by Engelkes. And now working their way out. Caps can't get to it. Cal holds the line along the side. On the boards now behind the net. tries to send it out, but it's taken behind him, and Donovan gets tripped up by his own guy there, trying to come out. Now Sterbutzel going to have to recover in his own zone. He's looking back. He's being harassed there by Daigle. Daigle now spun off by Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel up to Donovan. That hits nothing, and that's going to be icing, and we'll get a face-off back inside the Ashburn end to the right of new netminder Scott Wells, as they have switched netminders for this game. So they switched halfway through yesterday. They did so again today. The Scott Wells in net. Rutherford in for the faceoff. Rutherford wins the faceoff, and it gets back to Apostolescu. Sent up now. Ratterman trying to get it out of the zone. Can't. Rutherford sends it up. Gets it down the ice, but only far enough. And almost held. Can't. And it is back on sides. Now looking. Trying to send it up for Rutherford. Rutherford fighting for it. He loses an edge. And back it comes as it comes around to the other side of the net. Now working their way out. Here comes Tien. Tien working across. He's got Spangaletti. It's gloved down by, and now out front. That was gloved down there by Wells, and sent out to the side. Now another shot towards the net. Held on to by Wells. He'll hold on for the faceoff, and we will get a faceoff to his left. Anybody that is interested, the Buccaneers and Lions are tied at 10 at the half. Now in for the faceoff for Ashburn is Murphy. Murphy wins that faceoff. He sends it back across. Morse can't clear the two defenders in front. And now a scrum for it in front. A couple big saves there by Wells as Wu gets it up and out for Murphy. Murphy out to Leeds. Leeds working his way up. He's coming through. He drops it for Murphy. Murphy dumps it back low for Grant Leeds behind the net. Tried to send it out low, and Wu just couldn't get to the puck. Otherwise, he might have had an opportunity right there. 5:11 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn still holding on to that 1-goal lead. Now Murphy, he's going to go up against Bartle. Face-off won by Murphy for Ashburn. Now Bultima trying to set it down low. Couldn't, and it is sent back out. Now Spangaletti, he's got room. He's going to try and dig it, but he loses the puck as he tried to make the move around Morse and still goes behind. However, Bartle has it now in the corner as he's trying to get through. He's being harassed by Leeds behind. Bultima down low. Now Leeds over to Wu. Wu trying to get it up. Finds Leeds. Leeds working his way in. Tries to get around one. Can't. Wu. Shot towards the net. Scores! That goal. Scott Wu from Grant Leeds. And we have a 2-0 game for Ashburn. Big goal there for them. 4:39 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn now up by 2 as we continue to push. Still a lot of hockey left, though, so they still got to stay focused. That faceoff now, that one was won by Poliski as Caps Academy trying to push back quickly. Another shot, another save by Wu, and he'll hold on, and we'll get a faceoff here to the right of the Ashburn net. Now Ryan in for this faceoff against Poliski. That's one back by Ryan, but Poliski's going to get to it as he pushes forward. Ryan comes away with it, though, in the corner. And now on the boards, taken right back by Veneri. He takes a shot towards the net. Saved by Wells. Big rebound, but cleared away by the defense. And back out it goes as they send it back in. Now kept by Conchar. Conchar trying to get it across, looking for O'Neill, but not enough on it. Now a shot towards the net. Saved by Wells. He'll hold on, and we'll get another face-off to his left. Now Cal will be in for this face-off. He's going to go up against, looks like he's going up against Giorgiani. That face-off is won by Giorgiani for the Caps Academy and held in. And now along the sides, Ashburn clearing it around with Donovan with it. Donovan trying to send out. He was trying to hit Rubenstein on a long break, but too many cap sticks in the way, and they intercepted center and dump it right back in. Now, working their way out, tipped out by Rubenstein as he sits there, and that is not offsides, they say. And although it was offsides a few minutes ago for Ashburn. Now that gets back out to center, working their way in onside. Giorgiani with a shot floater towards the net, easily gloved down by Wells. He saw that one all the way, and we'll get a face off to his right. 3:30 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn still holding on to that 2-0 lead now. Rutherford in for this face-off against Bartle. Now Rutherford wins that face-off back to Bultima. Now working his way across, Bultima tries to run it around, but it's not able to. Now that pass blocked out front by Rutherford. Trying to work through, shot, that goes up over the net. Bultima with it. Bultima trying to clear out. He sends it up. It's held in along the line boards by the Cats Academy. Now Rutherford with it. Rutherford's looking, trying to send it around. He does, up for Ratterman. Ratterman's got it. Ratterman coming in. He's got leads with him. He's going to try and toe drag around one. Good stick by the defense. Keeps it. And now out they come. Now checked up off by Thomas Ratterman. And the puck floats into the Ashburn zone where they will recover. Now working their way up. Now Rutherford trying to get it up. He gets it up for Ratterman. Ratterman with leads. Sends it across. Leads. Trying. He is not taken down. Everybody wants a tripping call. There's no tripping call there. That's kept in at the line. And now recovered. Now Bultima with it. Bultima is going to recover it as it's dumped back in by Caps Academy. Trying to send it out. Ullman with it now. Ullman trying to get around. He sends it around behind the net as he couldn't find a way to shoot it on. Now to the middle. Shot towards the net. Saved by Wells. That was by Poliski with that shot. And now back comes Ashburn. Ashburn sends it, though, all the way down. That's going to be icing. And we'll get a face-off inside. Ashburn's in. 2:06 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn holding on to their 2-0 lead. Now Murphy in for the face-off. Murphy wins that face-off back. Sterbutzel's going to pick it up. He's rimming it around, trying to send it out. It does get out to center. Now O'Neill at center, trying to get to it. Wu gets it into the zone. Wu checked up off the play and picked up there by Caps Academy. Now working their way through, they send it out to center, but it's recovered by Revich. Revich setting it up, finds Wu. Wu trying to get across, can't. And now working through, checked up off the play. Shot towards the net, saved by Wells. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off to his left. Now Ryan in for this face-off for Ashburn. Face-off tied up, taken away by the Caps. Now shot towards the net by Dagler, but this went wide. Now trying to get it out of the zone. Wu. Oh, that's not Wu. That's Conchar. And there's a hand pass that was knocked down by a Caps Academy hand, and secondly touched by a different Caps Academy player. That's why the hand pass in the offensive zone. That is legal in the defensive zone, but anywhere else on the ice it is not. All right. So Ryan in for the faceoff. He ties his man up, but it's taken back by Dagler for Caps Academy. He's looking, trying to find a place to pass it. Shot towards the net and blocked away by Wells' blocker on the shot by Caps Academy. Now Dagler down front takes a shot towards the net. Puck is loose, scrambling, trying to get by. Can't get it out of the zone. Now behind the net, force. And finally it goes up, and that is going to be icing. And we will get a face-off back inside the Ashburn zone with 57.7 seconds remaining. Now Cowell in for this, going to be in for this face-off. He'll be facing off against Giorgiani. Now the faceoff tied up, taken by Giorgiani. Shot towards the net by Ullman. There was some contact in front on Wells. And he's lucky. I don't know. They're lucky, I guess, that it didn't. Now kept in at the line. 3-on-2 possibility, but poked away. Now Donovan setting it up. I think he was looking for the bank pass to Leeds. Couldn't get there. Donovan has it sent right back in. And now Leeds with a possible break. He's got Donovan with him. Oh, and it's sticked away by Ullman. He takes it back, sends it out to center, and now trying to get through. Pushed in to the zone. 20 seconds remaining here in the second period. Now trying to send up, and that goes all the way down. And that probably could have been played by Ullman, but they're going to say it was icing. But he took a interesting angle to make sure that he couldn't get the puck. So that gets him an icing call. Sometimes those sneaky plays are the best plays to have. 14.3 seconds remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 2-0. Face-off coming out to the right of Scott Wells. That face-off won by Cats Academy out front, trying to get through. Puck is still loose, trying to take a shot towards the net, blocked out front by the defense. Another one to the side of the net. Revich going to send it around, and that will do it for the second period. After 2 periods, Ashburn up 2-0. 1 period to go, 17 minutes to decide a winner in this one or go home with a tie. Ashburn really needing this one for the standings. So good game, well played by both teams. And we have about 45 seconds here, so give me 1 second on Rudd Sports Broadcast. We'll be right back with you. And we're back here on Rudd Sports Broadcasting for the third period from Medstar Iceplex in Arlington, Virginia. Cal in for the faceoff. He's going up against Bartle. That faceoff is won by Cal. And Ashburn going to regroup. That's Ultima sending it over for Revich. Intercepted by the Caps. Now shot by the Caps Academy. That was Spagnoletti. He took that shot, glove down by Wells. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off coming up to his left. Cal back in for this face-off against Bartle. Cal wins it again by Morse. Now sent all the way down. That will be icing. And we will get a face-off back inside the Ashburn zone. So we'll do it again from the left side of the Ashburn net. Now Cal in for this face-off. He's still going up against Bartle. The 2 first lines out there right now. He wins that faceoff, gets it around to Strabutzel. Strabutzel with it now. He uses the boards, gets it up, finds Donovan. Donovan trying to get around one. Trying to get around him. Picked up, though, behind the net by McNally. Kept in at the line by now shot towards the net and knocked down by Donovan. Covered up by Engel Kess. And that was close to being the third goal for Ashburn. But big save on the puck batted out of the air. And we'll have a face-off coming up to the left of the Caps Academy net. Rutherford in for this face-off against Veneri. Now Veneri wins that face-off. Dropped low. Now working his way through, trying to get across. Sent out. And they're going to say no icing. Well, it wouldn't have been anyway because it went on net. But the reasoning for it was because it had been touched. Now, Ultima coming up, leads, gets around one. He's got Rademan. It's tipped away by the defense. Now out front, trying to get there. And now Poliski coming back. He's got Dagler with him. He comes in by himself. He loses the puck. That's saved by Wells. He covers up, and we'll get a face-off to the left of the Ashburn net. Now in for this face-off, Murphy. Murphy wins that face-off over for Van Benton. Van Benton sending it around to the far side boards in the defensive zone. Now trying to send it out. Kept in at the line by McNally, but it's blocked away on his shot by the defense. Now trying to get it out of the zone, and they actually put it out of the zone on their own as they will regroup. Now McNally looking across for Spangaletti, but it misses him, and Apostolescu picks it up for Ashburn. Now working around, trying to get across, and it does not get out of the zone. It's kept in by McNally, sit down low. Apostolescu with it, now trying to send up, and that goes all the way down, and icing is waved off. Now trying to keep the zone. Ryan does keep the zone, at least temporarily, as he works it through. Now Wu with it. Wu around one. Wu, a goal scorer. There's a trip, and that's going to happen. That's going to be a trip. And now working their way through. Here comes Apostolescu. Apostolescu with it behind the net as Ashburn gets their sixth attacker on. Gets their goalie to the bench. Now looking up. Conchar. Conchar dumps it up for Ryan. Ryan working his way into the zone. Tries to drop it. It's intercepted there. It is intercepted there by Giorgiani, and that will give us, and McNally is the one going to the penalty box for tripping. Now face-off coming up to the left of the Caps net. Again, Ashburn now on the power play for 2 minutes, or unless they score, or we take a penalty. That faceoff was won by Cal. Now Rubenstein with it into the far side corner, tries to take a shot towards the net. That's sticked away, being sent out, but not out all the way out as Rebic holds the line, and now inside, and back comes Musante. He's going to dump it in, but he dumps it in right into Rebic, and now a possible break, 3-on-2 for Ashburn. But they couldn't quite get the passes to connect. Now checked well after the puck was gone was Cal, but following the play, and she missed it, was the official. Now a shot by Rebic. That's sent up, and that's out front. Another shot by Cal, blocked away by Engelkes. Big saves. Now another one shot towards the net by Sterbutzel. That goes high up off. And now trying to get it out of the zone. They do. As Boomeister, as he gets it out. Now in a foot race with Sterbutzel, shot towards the net. That goes wide. And now Kyle trying to get it out of the zone. He just dumps it deeper as they look to try and regroup in their zone. Now sending it up, all the way up for Musante. Musante going to intercept that. As that's typical of Ashburn. They use that stretch pass, so if defenses are paying attention, they've got that one. Now intercepted at center, and back comes Dagler. Back for Giorgiani. He takes a shot that's blocked away by Wells. Now up for O'Neill. O'Neill gets it out to center. Now working through, trying to get across. That's dumped in. On sides, Dagler giving chase. Apostolescu gets to it. Apostolescu looking up. He sends it up, looking for Rutherford. Rutherford coming through, trying to get through center. He almost got it over to O'Neill, but he couldn't. And now Morse with it. Morse sending it across, looking for O'Neill, but that's intercepted. And now Bartle with it. Shot towards the net. That's saved. Now Ratterman trying to get it out. He gets it over for O'Neill. O'Neill with Ratterman. Drops it for Ratterman. Ratterman sending it to the net, but no one there as he had already been to the net. Now, Rutherford loses an edge as he tries to get to that puck, and it is dumped back down low. Morse going to intercept, or not intercept, but he's going to get it for Ashburn, send it out. Ratterman sends it in, and both teams are now back at full strength. So, Caps Academy back at full strength. Ashburn was not shorthanded at all. Now, Apostolescu retrieving inside his zone as he tries to get through. Apostolescu behind the net. Still trying to get there behind the net, trying to center, not able to get the shot off. Now another shot, whiffed on another shot, covered up by Wells. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off to the right of the Ashburn net. Well, a big scrum there, dangerous play, but Wells up to the task, holds on. Now in for the face-off. Ryan for Ashburn. He's going up against Poliski. Face-off won by Ryan. Now being sent around. It's trying to get it out. Ryan's got it. He's coming through center. He's got Leeds. Leeds sending it over for Ryan, but sent it into his legs, and it went through. Down behind the net, Conchar. Now Leeds. Leeds looking out front. Tries to send it for Ryan, but he couldn't get a stick on it. And back comes Caps Academy. Degler up to White. White looking. Tries to center it for Poliski, but it goes behind him, and he'll have to recover. Now he's checked off by Casey Conchar. Puck is loose. Now out. Ryan's got it. Ryan working his way up. Ryan coming in. Looks, dumps it for Leeds. Leeds tries to send it through. Shot towards the net, and scores! Leeds and Ryan with the assist to the goal by Casey Conchar, who had a wide open net. So Leeds actually missed the net, and it went behind the net and bounced off right to Conchar's stick while the goaltender was still watching the short side. And now Ashburn is up 3-0 with 10:56 remaining here in the game. Now Murphy in for the faceoff. Murphy wins that faceoff, gets it back to Wu. Wu now back over to Strabutzel, back to Rebic. Rebic up to Murphy. Murphy trying to get around. He sends it up to Wu. Wu looking. He takes a shot towards the net. That's sticked aside by Engelkes. Trying to get through. Now down low, but couldn't get it to Rubenstein, and back it comes. Now Boomeister. Boomeister coming through. He loses the puck as he was trying to avoid a check. And it looks like Rubenstein is being called for slashing. I did not see that away from the play, but I also wasn't watching it. So 2 minutes for slashing. So Ashburn now going to the penalty kill with 10:29 remaining here in the game. Face off by Cowell. That is won by Veneri for Caps Academy, and they're trying to set up their power play. But now back down low, trying to get through. Veneri looking, tries to send it. He sends it up top. Now a shot towards the net, saved by Wells. Trying to get it out. Veneri with a shot that's blocked out front by the defense. And now McNally sending it down low. Veneri trying to fight Rebic. That's a big size difference. That's going to be a hard one to do. Now Rebic gets it. He sends it up. Gets it. It's a bouncing puck. Can't get it out. Then it bounces Cal stick. And now back comes McNally with a shot and a save by Scott Wells. He holds on, and we will get a face-off coming up to his left. Now Rutherford in for this face-off. He's out there with Ratterman, Boltima, and Morse. Rutherford wins that one clean back, but nobody gets to it except for Poliski for Cass Academy, and now working their way through, trying to set it up. Now to the middle, Poliski blocked away by Rutherford. Now that one blocked up off of Rutherford's stick as he tried to take a shot. That face-off will stay inside the zone. Rutherford back in for this face-off. Now that face-off won by Veneri. Now looking, trying to send it up, trying to find Ratterman. Ratterman in a foot race. Sorry, got a little ahead of the play there. Now Spangaletti with it. Spangaletti Lewis coming through. He's looking, trying to figure out what he's going to, if he was going to shoot or not, and he did not. Now behind the net, Morse. Morse trying to set it up. That's intercepted by Spangaletti. Shot towards the net, glove down by Wells. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off to his left. Now Leeds out there for the face-off. He's out there with Konchar, Rebic, and Sterbutzel. That face-off won by Leeds. He sends it around as he looks for Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel sends it all the way down. That's icing, and we will get a face-off back inside the Ashburn end. 28 seconds remaining here on the penalty to Rubenstein. 8:58 remaining in the game. Ashburn up 3-0. Now in for the faceoff. Shot towards the net as that was won by Veneri, and Bartle with a shot that just got tipped over the net. Now behind the net. Now Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel trying to send it around. He does. He sends it up. Now Leeds trying to, and there's a check as that puck comes off. Now working his way out of the zone and sent further on by Konchar. Down low, trying to get out. It's sent around behind the net. And there's an incidental contact there between Spangaletti and Konchar. Both were watching the play and then ran into each other, so no penalty. As Konchar gets to it, he sends it all the way down. That's icing, as Konchar did not get to the red line before he sent it down the ice. So we will get a face-off inside the Ashburn zone to the left of Scott Wells with 8:13 remaining here in the third period. Now Murphy in for the face-off. He's facing off against Poliski. That shot won by Poliski, shot from the point by Ullman, and it is saved by Wells. He holds on, and we'll get a face-off right to his left again. Not right, left of him again. All right, Murphy tries to get that. That's held. That is taken up. Now Ullman with it. Shot towards the net. Sticked aside by Wells. Now Apostolescu trying to get it out. Couldn't. Now Murphy tries to clear. It's held in along the line by Ullman. And now Wu finally gets it out to center where Poliski will go ahead and recover. He looks across, trying to find Dagler. And he's checked up off of it. And here comes O'Neill. O'Neill coming in. He dumps it in, trying to find Wu, but he couldn't get it across the stick of the Caps defender. And now back it comes. Apostolescu to Van Benton. Van Benton tried to send it up. He turned it right over to Dagler, and a big save by Scott Wells. Now trying to work their way through. O'Neill finally sending it out, looking for Wu. There is not going to be icing. It's not going to get far enough. Now that's intercepted by Cal at center. He sends it up, trying to find O'Neill. O'Neill drops it for Cal. Cal to the middle. He takes a shot, but that goes wide. Now Donovan down low. Trying to get there. And it is sent up. Kept in at the line by Bultima. Bultima sending it towards the net. It goes wide to the other side, near side corners, as they try to get it out of the zone. They do get it out. It's sent right back in. Now Rubenstein with it. Kevin Rubenstein around. Tries to find Donovan. And Donovan just out of his reach, sends back for Bultima. Bultima sends it back down low behind the net. Rubenstein giving chase. He's got it. Tried to send it out front for Cal. Intercepted though by that's Borgelt. That shot by Jonas Donovan, gloved down by Engelcast, and he'll hold on and we'll get a face off to his right. 6:24 remaining here in the period and in the game. Ashburn still up 3-0. Now Rutherford in for this face-off against Bartle. Sorry, it's not Bartle, that's Poliski. Rutherford versus Poliski, and one of their players just left the bench for Caps Academy. That was Spangaletti. That face-off won by Rutherford, and now back to the middle, sent out by Burmeister. And now back, Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel trying to send it up. McNally with it, though. He intercepts at center. That's tipped up. Now checked off by Rutherford, and now over Rubenstein. Rubenstein the leads. Just out of his reach, and it's going to be recovered there by McNally. Rutherford tries to push it on farther. He does. Giorgiani's got it. That's gloved down by them. Now Rutherford sends it into the zone. Gets it for Leeds. Leeds, shot. Oh, and it's a big save on Rannerman by the netminder. Otherwise, that was going to be the fourth goal of the game. Now looking out front, Rutherford with it, and he couldn't quite get the wood on as the stick was tied up. And now working their way out. Sterbutzel back to Ratterman. Ratterman looking. He dumps it in. That's no ice. And that is the onside. So changing is Ashburn on the fly. And Burmeister with it. Now Burmeister coming through. He's poke checked away from him by O'Neill. Now O'Neill, 3-on-1 developing. Looking to shoot across for Ryan. Big save by Engelkest to keep this a 3-goal game. And now Giorgiani working his way back. Being watched by Van Benton. Van Benton pushing his player off to the corner. Now down low. Back to the top. Not able to shoot it was Ullman. Now he'll recover it. Puck is loose out front. Puck is still loose. That puck is gloved away by Wells. Now a wraparound attempt by Poliski, and now sending it out. And here comes O'Neill. O'Neill trying to get around one. He's sent off the play, and now he's checked off. And things are getting a little tough because this is typical of what we see between these two teams. That was a check-in from behind by Conchar. He's lucky it ain't called. But now sending it out to center, and now back at middle. Now behind the net, being played. Now intercepts by Murphy. Now being sent down low. Wu behind the net, trying to get through. That's being checked up. Now intercepted there by Wu. He couldn't hold the line, and back comes Dagler, but he can't get it on net. Now out front, sticked away by Cal. That's Bultima. Now shot towards the net. Puck is loose out front, still loose, held on by Wells, and we'll get a face-off to his left. Excuse me, to his right. 3:45 remaining in this game. Ashburn up 3-0 on Caps Academy. Not for lack of trying to push by Caps Academy, but Ashburn playing some decent defense. Now working out, trying to get out of the zone. It does get out. Leeds can't quite get to it, but here comes Donovan. Donovan coming in onside. Look to drop it, and it hopped his stick. And so it gets back out to center by Caps Academy. Now Sterbutzel. He sends it over for Rebic. Rebic trying to send it over. He does get it out of the zone. Mazzanti sends it in, but it's offsides, and we'll get a face-off just outside the Ashburn zone. 3:23 left here in the game. Ashburn still holding on to that 1-0 game, 1-0 lead. Now Cal in for this face-off against Bartle. Face-off tied up, trying to get out. And now Leeds goes to Donovan. Now sit down and around behind the net. Now taking out Cal. Cal tries to get to it. Now out it goes to center. Rebic with it. Rebic sends it up for Donovan. Donovan dumps it in. He's checked well after the puck was gone, but it was away from the play, so probably wasn't caught by the officials. And now up comes Burmeister. Burmeister working his way through. He sends it in. That's onside at the line. Tien giving chase. Rebic gets to it, though. Now sends it up for Donovan. It pumps up. Not able to get it out of the zone just yet. And now Tien with a shot and bobbled by Wells, but he'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off to the left of netminder Scott Wells with 2:39 remaining here in the game. Now Rutherford in for this face-off. Rutherford wins that face-off over to Van Benton. He's going to rim it around, and it bounced off on top of the net. That was weird. He rimmed it around, hit off the stanchion, landed right on the back of the net, and we will get a face-off coming up inside the Ashburn zone to the right of netminder Scott Wells now. Rutherford going against Poliski. That's won by Poliski. Now sent towards the net, but couldn't get it. Veneri couldn't get his stick on it. Now out to center and not able to get it out. Musante trying to hold on to it here. Now looking, trying to get weird, trying to get right. Excuse me. Not weird. Nobody's getting weird. All right. So along the near side corners, boards, there's a scrum for it. Van Benton comes away with it in the defensive zone. Now out to center, and now a chase as Musanti tries to get to it, being sent out. Now trying to reset, but Fineri can't get to it. Rutherford checking his player right after the puck comes off, and now working its way in, trying to get through. Now being sent around behind the net. Rutherford holds on to the puck behind the net, but not able to get the puck. He just kicked it on, and now back comes Poliski. Poliski and Dagler coming through. Shot towards the net. Saved by Wells. That goes wide. Another centering feed. Blocked out front by Apostolescu. Another shot to the wide, and that's taken away by O'Neill. O'Neill sends it out, and that is not going to get far enough for icing as we're down to the last minute 5. Now Dagler coming across, sent out by, and 1 minute remaining in the game. Working their way through. Now Sterbutzel with it. Sterbutzel sending it across for Morse. Now sending it up, trying to keep it down low. Ashburn just trying to get it. That is a check after the fact. Rubenstein going to get to it. Rubenstein making a move. Shoots it again. But he just couldn't. The puck was rolling on him, and he couldn't quite get through there. Now O'Neill's stick being held. Now back to the point, Conchar. Conchar with a shot towards the net that goes wide. And out it comes. 25 seconds remaining for Medstar coming through and checked up off the play. Morse with it. Morse looking, sending it up out of play. That comes out, or not out of play, out of the zone. Certainly offsides, and we'll get a face-off at center ice with 15 seconds remaining here in the game. And it should be at center ice, but they're going to do it just outside the zone. Face-off tied up there by Murphy and sent on. 10 seconds left. Being sent out. Just trying to keep it in the neutral zone at this point. 3, 2, 1. They'll hold it. That'll do it as Sterbutzel rims it around. And that is a 3-0 game for the Ashburn Xtreme as they win this one handily. Big win for them as they needed that to move up in the standings. This will put them in playoff position, and they certainly control their own destiny at this point. They have some games against teams that are above them and below them right on their heels. So those are some games they're going to have to win. But great effort today by the Ashburn 16 AA2 team. Again, listeners, I apologize that I wasn't able to get on right away for the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game. And we did miss our game-winning goal, but the first goal of the game. But great game by both teams, fairly clean for the most part, and we will see you next weekend. So just for everybody's edification, the Ashburn Xtreme team, this team, has 3 games next weekend. And I will list them off for you, and then I will set up the broadcast on Rudd Sports Broadcasting. But next weekend, Ashburn on Saturday, the 27th, will be we'll be at the Ashburn Ice House hosting the Tri-City Eagles gold team, I believe. Maybe their blue team, but I think it's their gold team. Then on Sunday morning at 9:30, Ashburn will be hosting the Richmond Generals at the Ashburn Ice House. Sunday night, yes, late Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. at Ion International Training Center, Ashburn will be taking on the Loudoun Knights. So we have 3 games coming at you next weekend for the Ashburn Xtreme here on Rudd Sports Broadcasting. So I will get those set up sometime this week. Check your feeds so you know when those games are, and you should. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if your friends haven't subscribed, tell them to subscribe. We're almost at 100 subscribers. So the more subscribers we have, the better opportunities for me to get additional products that will help boost our broadcast experience. Thank you and goodbye from Medstar Iceplex. Stay warm, and we will see you next weekend from Ashburn Ice House. This is Rudd Sports Broadcasting. Signing off. Take care of one another out there.